Okay. We have a quorum and really. I'd like to call to order the monthly meeting of the Recreation and Parks Board for the city of Port Lavaca. Okay, the first item on the agenda is general discussion and hear statements from citizens. Is there any general discussion? If not, the only thing that I would like for you to note is that the next month meeting will be on March 15th, 12 o'clock noon, same location. Next item on the agenda is item 2, approved minutes from regular meeting held December 21st, 2022.
I read January's, I didn't read December's.
Those were the ones that were on the agenda last time.
They were left off the
Yeah,
agenda.
I didn't put it.
Okay, then, yeah, I make a motion that we accept the minutes as written.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
The next item on the passage. By the way. The next item on the agenda is approved minutes from the regular meeting held January 18th, 2023.
I make a motion, we accept those minutes as written. Those are different.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Item 4, moving right along. Receive Parks and Recreation's operation and maintenance report from the Director of Public Works.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you may be aware, our park superintendent retired last month. So with that being in flux, I have not had time to go through his paperwork to put together a report for this month. The applicant period for in-house hires ends Friday. And I will be conducting interviews on Monday from the in-house applicants, and hopefully we'll assign somebody Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on my schedule, how it goes. And then I will get them up to speed and we'll have a full report for you next meeting.
Okay, thank you. And at this point, there's not a specific agenda item for our board member reports. So we're going to take the opportunity under this item to go ahead and make our individual park reports about which we've seen things, maybe. Mark, let's start with you.
Started with me last week.
I'll go to Bill.
Lighthouse Beach. I haven't been there in a couple weeks, but no issues so far. Everything's been pretty much the same there. Got more campers and stuff now. Finally, that's good. Nothing major that I seen a couple weeks ago. As far as Wilson, just a lot of construction going on, I guess, for the skate park and all that. But I mean, baseball fields, everything's been really good. I mean, when I can get to nothing. What is it all going on? It wasn't just a parking lot or?
Parking lot, we'll address that in item 6.
Okay, I'll just double check. Other than that, both parks, no major issues that I've seen.
I wanted to make a comment on the Lighthouse Beach. Did we ever hear any more on Mr. Sanchez on the mural? I mean, I know the weather's been ugly, but I've just
I've been
wondered.
talking to him, with the weather and everything, but
Right.
it has not been conducive to me at all. The circus is ready. Realistically, we're probably looking at starting sometime in March. We've got a range, he picked out the paints and everything he needs. We'll just we'll pay for the paints. And he'll get those from Sherwin Williams. I don't know that I've had a chance to talk to you or not. This one option we were looking at is being able to store his paints as he's using them, probably in the chase or the bathroom. So that's being worked out. And we agreed trying to remember, we agreed on a price of, I think, $3,000 for 2,500.
Sorry.
3,000 plus costing, I'm sorry. But it's one of those two. I'll get that for sure next time, I can tell you for sure.
I was just curious, because I did go out there this past weekend. I mean, I was out there and I said, man, I mean, I looked around and stuff. And I guess in the future, not now, but we're gonna do something with that middle area right there by the restrooms and the camping, right? Because I know at one time we talked about it, but I don't remember exactly what it was. Right there where he makes a circle. You know, where the swings used to be at and all that, you know, before we moved the playscapes. Because that sure is a lot of wasted area, either landscaping or
So that's
something.
something to think about. I mean, I know at one point, a couple of years ago, they were looking at maybe, adding some more RV
Expanding
spaces.
the RV park.
Oh, y'all were thinking about that, because I remember at one time we talked about tent space and then we had talked about different things, but I never.
We could think about, and for budgeting this year.
In the
if we wanna
future,
try to
yeah.
Put some money specifically in for something.
Because it's a beautiful park. I think it's beautiful. I don't know if maybe because it's ours, you know what I mean? But I think, it's got such
No, it's
potential in that
very-
area. I'm sorry?
It's very pretty park and
Yes.
I think we're doing a great job.
No, I think we're doing fantastic, but I'd like something to be done around there. I don't know what we could do.
I did make I know you saw my email about the picnic tables.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, we got him working on it.
Yeah, we're trying to do an inventory of all our picnic tables and see what ones we need to kind of.
Gonna let him go through with it and use up all the wooden picnic tables we've got, but I'm looking at changing the picnic table styles and materials. It's gonna cost a little more, but they'll last longer in the long
Yeah,
run.
'cause, I mean, some of those, they don't really, and they start, falling there, not enough, thickness of the material or something.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I just didn't know and
Yeah,
wanted to know what was going on there.
All right, thank you. Jean,
Well, Dave Our Sterling Park is still there. Our Christmas, Walmart, we canceled that because the weather was bad. And we don't have anything planned coming up.
it was kind of strange. I just took a drive through downtown, as I mentioned earlier to folks, but it looks strange that Faybauer Park has absolutely no decor at the moment.
No, it does not.
It's one of those places that just seems like it needs something, at least rolling all year round, some theme stuff.
So we'll be working on that. We've had a few issues down on Main Street to deal with, so.
Oh, yeah, I understand that.
Major.
But the park in general is, looks nice and clean and all that kind of stuff. So it's fine like it is. It's just seems odd
It
not
needs something
to
else in
have
there.
something there. Okay, I took a drive through by the Claret Park area and it looks Claret Crossing. And it looks fine. I mean, the grass doesn't necessarily need cutting. It just looks shaggy like my yard does right now, just it's that time of the year.
well, no, when did you go by?
Huh?
When did you go by?
I just went by just before this meeting.
Okay, the grass is growing fast. I went by there, last Thursday when I posted on. It looked really nice then.
Yeah, and I just recently had my yard mowed not that long ago, and it's getting enough warm and wet that some of the things like the clovers and those kind of things are starting to grow, and it just looks shaggy because it's not nice even grass. That's the way my yard looks right now.
But it has been recently mowed.
Yes, I realize that. So I wasn't being critical. I'm just saying it just kind of looks a little shaggy, but there's nothing to do about it. And I also drove down to the Bayfront, through the Bayfront Park on both peninsulas and looked around. And that park is, I don't see I didn't see any litter or anything. It looks so nice and clean, and And there were, some walkers and joggers, a dog walker. And for the first time in a while, I didn't see anybody actually fishing at the pier. There was somebody fishing at the marina, and I'm not even sure that that's allowed. I know it's technically an ordinance against fishing in the harbor off of Commerce down there. But I don't know if there's any similar ordinance for the marina. So,
Not that I'm aware of.
Huh?
Not that I'm aware of.
yeah, but there is one for the harbor. Can't fish in the harbor area. Huh?
City Harbor.
Smith Harbor?
It's a city, there's a city ordinance that, down by where the Evelyn's seafood
Yes,
market
City
and all that.
Harbor. Yes,
You cannot fish in that area.
but I think that's the only restriction.
Yeah, that's only off of the bulkhead.
Right.
I was gonna say, don't they fish out there by the,
Yeah,
the bait stand?
Fish like where,
all the boats park?
Emeralds or where,
From
the low dock.
from Evelyn's around to where
Curtis-
Miller's lined up
Curtis
big pile of
Mills is-
shells. That area is off limits to fishing, because that's where the commercial boats park.
Yeah.
But everywhere else you can fish.
Okay. When I read the ordinance, I don't know that I read it in that much detail or whether the ordinance showed me that much detail. I'm sure it does, but I don't remember it. I just know that there's an ordinance. That's all I have. Olga?
On City Park, guys, I go by there and thank y'all very much for taking down the sign. I did notice that it was gone like I went by there 2 days later and it was gone. So thank you. And I was, can we put some flowers or something up there while it's nice and clean and everything right now? Just to do some landscaping there or no? I mean, do we have money? I know we're short-handed because Joe's gone.
It's not the money, I don't have the manpower.
Yeah, we're not going to do that until we're ready to have a contract where somebody can come maintain it. I mean, that's in the.
See, I wondered about that then. I was wondering, is there anything that we can get with a nursery where we don't need to really maintain? Like, I know I'm going to pronounce this wrong and I can say it in Spanish more than I can say it in English. They're Orlanders. I think that's what they're called. Yes, they're long. Things, something like that. I'm not saying cactuses but I noticed like that one box, I would love to have a sign out there especially, but I thought for meanwhile, can we do some landscape? Here comes spring.
I have the sign sitting in the shop.
Already have it?
Yeah, all I have to do is build the frame for it to put it up. Oleanders, going that direction, are very beautiful shrubbery,
Yes, they are.
but I caution against putting them in a public park because they are poisonous.
Yes, the leaves are poisonous if you chew on them. And a kid, you never know what they.
That's true too. That's true, but I was wondering something like that was low maintenance that we could just put up there. But if we can't, we can't. And I understand safety first. I mean, that's all I care about too. But I have not had a chance to go to the bathroom. The park looks really well because of the going on with the lift station there. But it looks nice. I have to admit, I did not stop at the little one this time. I normally go by there and check out my Pee Wee park, but I didn't get a chance to do it. I did go by Butterfly, and at Butterfly, I happened to go by there Sunday at the same time I went to the Lighthouse Beach. And I noticed at the fence, and that's something too, ma'am, I think maybe I need to we should put something in the budget for next year. That fence is falling apart down there. I don't know if it's the ground, but it's separated from where, I don't know how to describe it other than this is the wall right next to that people's house, right? And then here's this one right here that's right behind where that drainage thing is. It has separated about that much and the nails are all sticking out. I noticed that Sunday. I also noticed that the gate itself, it looks like a brand new lock, but the lock, somebody broke it. I mean, you can tell it's broken. But you couldn't really open the gate because there's a bar. It looks like there's a bar there and it was keeping it from opening up the gate. So today I went by there again, earlier this morning, and now the gate is open again. I mean, I literally walked through there to see if a little kid could go through there, and a little kid could literally just walk through there. So, but the lock does not look that old. I mean, it looks like 2 months maybe. I mean, it's not a brand new one, like we put it in yesterday, but you know what I'm saying? It's new, but somebody's breaking it, somebody's going through it. First, I thought it was an animal. When I saw that bar sticking out, I thought, well, maybe an animal was trying to get through there, you know? But today, it's a lot. It's about a lot wider than a foot.
I have had issues, people cutting that lock. I mean, that's,
This one wasn't cut. This one was like, it was pried. I mean, it wasn't like somebody cut the lock. The lock is still there. And they just took it off the hinge.
When we look at budget again, we have a little bit better idea now, what realistically, what that kind of fencing is gonna cost. We've been doing a little more fencing, and because I think before we just didn't have enough money in the budget.
I understand.
So we can see if we can try to fit it in next year.
I mean, other than that, the parks, the same old, looks clean. I mean, you know, the Sunday when I went by there was somebody who went out there and had a Lunchable, and I went and picked it up, but other than that, the park looks good. That's all I got.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Mark?
Yeah, I was at Adams Park this morning. It looks great. A couple of things. When we were walking out of the meeting last month, I looked to my right and the cigarette thing that you guys got right outside of this building is exactly what they need over at Adams Park. I mean,
I
that's.
saw that too.
Yeah.
I was trying to describe it. Hell, it's right
I
there.
took a photo of one that's in front of the HEB store and
Yeah, okay.
sent it to Joe.
Well, yeah, I never noticed that. Walk out
Yeah,
there.
Wayne, you were here last time.
Yeah.
What they were talking about is that tell him again where we need.
Well, the picnic table next to the bathroom at Adams Park has a lot of cigarette butts, not a lot, a few cigarette butts by it, because there's no place to put cigarette butts there.
So
And,
we're thinking of one of these things like we've got outside here. You know.
yeah,
You think it'll stay? I mean, I don't mean to be ugly.
Sand in it.
I'm sorry?
You put sand.
they're heavy.
I know,
Oh, they're heavy.
well, I mean, I don't know. I'm just asking, you know, things walk away that are not,
if it's not bolted down.
Yeah, bolted down. I mean,
Yeah, well, in that case, you know, the other thing I noticed, and I guess I never noticed it before. I didn't know there were drinking fountains and electrical outlets at the main pavilion. I don't know how long those have been there, but.
They've been there for a while.
The drinking fountains,
Never had.
yeah, the drinking fountain's relatively new, but electrical's always been there.
Yeah, okay. I just,
have y'all
I've been
seen,
paying attention before, I guess.
have y'all seen that one where it's a trash can and on top of it's like an ashtray? And it's kind of like a basket kind of sort of, and it's wired where they wouldn't walk away. I've seen it somewhere, but I can't remember where.
I'm sure that you could go online and research and find a lot of different types that are used on public
Yeah,
places.
probably.
But you're right. We don't want to have anything that's going to be easily stolen.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that if we're losing our picnic tables, I'm sure somebody's gonna take a nap.
Yeah, true.
On another token, we have numerous trash cans all over the place and nobody uses them.
I believe it.
So, I mean, I'll look into putting one there, but it's still gonna be the same. People are set in their ways, they're not gonna change.
Okay, anything else, Mark?
No, that's all I.
All right, thank you very much. Move on to the next agenda item is receive monthly inspections report for Public Works Department.
Yeah, I haven't dug those out of Joe's office, so
We're good.
we'll get double up next month. I know they're being done, I just haven't compiled them all together for the report.
All righty, then I guess we'll move on to the next agenda item, which is number 6, receive status report on the improvements project at Wilson Park.
And the parking lot's moving along for the skate park. Guys are out there. I haven't been by there today. I've had other issues to deal with today, but I was out there yesterday and they were putting in drainage. for the Parking lot. My crews are working on getting a baseball field out there leveled up after we had a major water leak that caused the ground to settle and created a pond.
Which one was that?
The baseball field.
Which one?
That's
The one right here?
one in the back.
I seen a whole bunch of children out there playing, was it Sunday? I would say children. They looked like they were teenagers. I guess they were practicing baseball, like high school students, you know?
Yeah, we have a tournament coming up this weekend, and both softball fields and the baseball field will be utilized for the tournament. So we're trying to get the baseball field up.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. All righty, is that all on that item?
Yeah. Unless Jody's got something to add.
Last item is receive financial status report on the Parks Recreation Department. Anything to highlight there?
Just normal expenditures. I haven't had anything off the wall.
What's the status of the, parts we, and you get 4 cents? Those all come in and put in.
It's all been put in. I'm waiting on pricing to come back for the baby swings.
Yeah, I got a comment on Facebook and.
Let me correct that. Cindy's waiting on pricing to come
Yeah.
back for the baby swings.
And anyway, somebody was commenting something about not being able to go to the Clarence Crossing because there wasn't any baby swings there, because then there aren't, that's not one designed for babies. And so I was in a post, well, they are available here, and then I realized we don't have any. And so we're trying to, and I think City Park would probably be good. We've got plenty of swing sets there. That should be a good park to at least have a couple, 1 or 2 baby swings available at that park.
Okay, that looks like that concludes the agenda for today's meeting. I would entertain a motion that we adjourn.
I'll move them adjourned.
Okay, we'll have a motion.
I'll second the motion.
We have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank y'all for being here. It's always nice to have a full board.